Hi guys, Christy here again with another video. Today I'm gonna talk to you about how I get my videos suggested by YouTube on my other channel called Mwende Kimondo that we use here as a case study. As I'm gonna show you on my channel later, there's some videos on my channel that have performed pretty well on that channel, like a video called Living Room Makeover, another one called Bedroom Makeover. They've performed pretty well, and as I'm gonna show you from the analytics, it's because YouTube is pushing them to people. By pushing them, I mean they're on people's home pages. YouTube is putting them on suggested videos, like the suggested place, which I'm gonna show you also what I mean. So today I want to talk to you about how I've done that. Now, if all these things I'm talking about sound like your jam, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most channels that grow exponentially on YouTube, most channels that blow up, like those channels that go viral, it's rarely because of YouTube search. It's almost always because of YouTube, the YouTube algorithm picking that video and pushing it. As I had said before, by pushing it, I mean YouTube picking it and putting it on people's home pages. And also by YouTube picking it and putting it on the suggested tab. The suggested tab is that tab that's like on the side. As you're watching this video, there's like a tab here. That's the suggested video. So most videos that grow on account of that. And because I know you want to grow your channel, I want to show you how I have gotten YouTube to pick up my videos, place them on people's home pages, place them on the suggested bar, and how it has also led to such growth in my channel. I'm going to show you specifically how many subscribers those videos have brought to this channel. So I want to show you those videos that I'm talking about on my channel that have performed like above the average that that my channel is used to. On the dashboard of my analytics for that channel called Mwende Kimondo, I want to click right here on videos so that we're able to look at this aisle of views, right? I want to show you guys, like, maybe the average place that my channel performs at lately is maybe 1,000 to 2,000 views. Yeah, now some of these videos have just blown up. Look at this one called Living Room Makeover, 10,000. This has also blown up quite a bit. This has blown up quite a bit. This has blown up quite a bit. This is the kitchen tour. This is the bedroom makeover. They've blown up quite a bit. And now, as I'm gonna show you guys, the blowing up of these videos is directly related to YouTube pushing them. The main traffic source for these videos has been browse features, suggested videos. It has been YouTube pushing these videos. So I want to show you some of the things that I have done that I know has gotten YouTube to do that for those videos, so that also you can apply them for your channel. I'll start at the living room makeover, okay? These are the analytics for the living room makeover. It's loading. Okay, there we go. Now this is where you come in and check the analytics for the living room makeover. This video, like, just hold this in your mind, has earned us 338 subscribers. That's not typical at all for any video in this channel. It's likely one of the top videos. And now here's the real-time activity. I want you to look at the real-time activity. In the past 48 hours, the highest source of views that has come into this video has come from suggested videos. As you guys can see, that's 36.1%. YouTube search has been 18.9%, channel pages 16.4%, browse features 13.1%. Now I want to go and show you, like, from the day we uploaded it, the main traffic source for this video, where it has come from. So from the day that we uploaded this video, 35% of all the views in this video have come from browse features. As you can see, browse features is the traffic that comes from the home page. Like when you open on YouTube, let me show you guys what I mean by browse features. Browse features here. This is what the home page is. Here you go now, right? So browse features, suggested videos, which I'm sure I already showed you before, the aisle that's like at the side. Then there's YouTube search, then there's other YouTube features, then there's channel pages and others. Okay, now we're done with the living room makeover. I want you to remember it has gained us 338 subscribers. This is how important or significant the change is. Okay, now we're at the kitchen tour. I want to show you guys. I've just picked the top performing 3 in the past few months. Our first video has been the most performing, but I wanted to work with the most recent, right? This kitchen makeover, we uploaded it on 14th May. It's just been a little over a month. It has gained us 308 subscribers. Like, that is a big deal if you ask me. Past 48 hours suggested videos 32%, browse features 22%, channel pages 18.3%, YouTube search 9.9%. If we look at the totality of it since the day it was uploaded, browse features 39.7%, suggested videos 36.3%, other YouTube features 6.3%. So as you can see, those two videos, mainly their traffic so far is just coming from YouTube suggesting them, okay? Which is pretty good if you ask me. So how then do you get your videos suggested by YouTube? How do you get the YouTube algorithm to pick up your video and place it on suggested, or place it on the homepage of people's pages so that people are more likely to click it? Okay, first, obviously we can't completely discuss the YouTube algorithm here, but we need to understand a bit of it so that we understand how to get it then to push our video. I'm gonna do an entire video talking about the YouTube algorithm because I obviously can't exhaust it here. It's too much about it, okay? But the part that I want to talk about today is that YouTube, first of all, is a business. Okay, guys? YouTube is a business. And what benefits them is when people stay more on their platform, okay? So what you want to do so that YouTube can pick up your video is you want to show YouTube that your videos are getting people to stay longer on the platform. Now I'm going to give you some more practical things that I do to like just make sure that YouTube pushes those things, so that also you apply them on your channel. And these are things that I want you to remind you guys, these are things that I do on a very small channel. These are my analytics. I don't want you guys to ever forget and confuse like I'm talking about some huge channel. No, this is a channel with just 2,443 subscribers at the moment, and this is a very tiny channel. So your channel stands a chance if you just apply these tips that I also applied. First thing that I've done or that I changed that has been maybe a big game changer for me, that I have also talked about in my previous video, the video where I talked about how I got from 0 to 1,000 subscribers on that other channel. You have to create content that your audience wants to see. You have to create content that has an audience out there. And how do you do that? How do you make sure that what you're creating is something that people are actually looking for? Yeah, one of the biggest tools, you guys, that I used, that I also mentioned in that video, that I mean, I don't mind showing you guys over and over and over again. One of the things, the videos we want to talk about this week is called A Day in the Life. I've been toying with that title, so I want to show you. When you Google A Day in the Life, when you look at the keyword score, TubeBuddy shows you how much is this video being searched. TubeBuddy like literally shows you. You see, if it's a green, it's very much. Green is just being searched like a good volume. This is the normal volume. This is fair, and then this is just poor completely. I've been using the competition tag, but search volume, same thing. So I use TubeBuddy. When I put a title in TubeBuddy, TubeBuddy tells me, are people looking for this title? Are people interested in watching this? Because how are you going to keep people on the YouTube platform? By creating content they want to see, okay? So I use TubeBuddy. Sometimes I use keyword.io. I'm gonna still link a list for you guys below, like I linked in that other video. Some people use vidIQ. I've heard vidIQ is very good. I've never really clicked with it because I find it a bit difficult, but feel free to check it out in case TubeBuddy is not, you know, like your jams. Another thing that I've done, you guys, or that I've noted really plays a big part in YouTube pushing your videos, is you want your videos to rank high. Now, as a small YouTuber, I know this just sounds wild. You're like, how do I just do this, you know? But unfortunately, you have to get your videos to rank high. Let me, okay, follow my logic here. For YouTube to push your video, you need at least some numbers. I'm gonna show you guys in my videos that I was talking to you about. Let me show you. For example, for the living room makeover video, that's the one that I have open right now. I want you to look at when we first posted it, it wasn't like taking off, okay? It was just like performing well, like our typical performance and everything, and then it got somewhere. About At about 2,900 is when YouTube then started to push it. And do you see there was like an exponential growth here, and then, you know, it just went crazy all the way to 10,000. So unfortunately, you first need to have some numbers so that YouTube knows this video that you have posted is about what you claim it's about, that some people are watching it. You need numbers to get numbers. In my logic, how I got this video to first get to 2,000 was I got it to rank very high. I want us to look at the details. Another beautiful thing about TubeBuddy is it shows you where your video ranks. See, living room makeover, living room tour Kenya, living room, you see, so these ones are ranking at number 1. That's how I got it first to 2,000 views. Okay, so you want to make sure that your video is ranking high, okay, because after you get those first few views, then YouTube is gonna pick up your video and keep pushing it. Now, as a small YouTuber, you're wondering, how then do I get it to rank? Like, I'm a small YouTuber, I don't have all these numbers that are required sometimes to rank. Fortunately for you, you don't just require numbers. I want to show you something. Some of the things that will always make your video rank very high. Choose your tags very, very, very wisely. TubeBuddy, and again, I'm just gonna keep talking about TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is a lifesaver. I think I should do an entire video about it and about how I get my videos to rank, but in a snapshot, choose your tags, very, very carefully. When you come to your description, stuff your description. Okay, not stuff. Fill your description with your keywords, okay? Make sure YouTube allows someone a total of 100 titles. As you guys can see, it allows someone a total of 100 characters on the title. Make sure to use as many of them as you can, and in that place, fill it with words that are keywords. Fill it that way. Fill your description. Ensure to do the most, guys. Ensure to do the most with your tags, and then your video is just gonna rank up. It's as simple as that. I know it sounds, I'm simplifying it way too much right now, but it is quite simple. I should just do an entire video on how I get my videos to rank very high on my channel, which is a very small channel for you guys. But tip number 2, you want your video to rank high. Another important thing, guys, I can't emphasize this enough: end screens. Make sure to utilize your end screens. YouTube gives you end screens when you upload a video. Make sure to utilize them. That is such an important factor in making sure that, specifically now, that YouTube puts your video in the suggested bar. Okay, how does that show YouTube to put your video in the suggested video? When someone watches your video from start to end, first, what that shows YouTube is that this video that is maybe about living room makeover is an interesting video. It is actually about a living room makeover, and that makes YouTube want to push it to people who tend to watch living room makeovers. Number 1. Number 2, when someone gets to the end and you have attached a video called bedroom makeover and then they click it, what does that tell YouTube? That tells YouTube that someone who has watched this video from beginning to end is most likely going to be interested in watching this other one. So then what does YouTube do? YouTube starts to push bedroom makeover as a suggested video next to living room makeover. So you always, I can't emphasize this enough, you always want to make sure you make use of your end screens. So when you look at traffic sources, you'll see the traffic sources that for this video that has come, or you see the videos that have brought traffic to this video, okay, at the suggested video aisle, 25.1% is the kitchen tour. Now I want to go and show you something at this kitchen tour. I want to go and show you some of my end screens for this kitchen tour so that you get what exactly I'm talking about. It's very, very linked to you, my guy. Look at that. Living room makeover. So it means that people usually watch this video to completion and then click here. So then what does that tell YouTube? That tells YouTube then, when someone clicks on this video, that the suggested aisle, at the suggested aisle, there's gonna be the living room makeover video ranking there at the top. So even if someone doesn't get to the end, even if someone clicks off in the middle, they're likely to still click on that video, and that keeps them, you know, revolving on your channel. Now here's the other thing: when you look at that living room makeover, I have linked another one of my videos, which then what does that tell YouTube? That tells YouTube that when someone watches this video, living room makeover, they want to go and watch bedroom makeover, and then they want to go and watch kitchen makeover. So it's, you get YouTube, use the tools that YouTube is giving you to get it to work for you. Next thing I want to talk about is playlists. Playlists are as powerful as the end screens themselves, because if you create a playlist on your channel, living room makeover, going into bedroom makeover, going into my house tour Kenya, going into this, likelihood is that someone's gonna click on a playlist and then watch all those videos. What does that tell YouTube? That tells YouTube that from living room makeover, someone wants to watch bedroom makeover, and then from bedroom makeover, they want to watch kitchen tour. Make sure to always create a playlist, and when you create a playlist, add videos that are almost in the same genre. The proportion of traffic that has come from playlists is 0.1%. That proportion has come from temporary playlists and liked videos. I have so many playlists on this channel. Like, let me just show you. I have so many playlists. I have created a playlist called Quarantine, Our Home, Prank War. I have created so many playlists. You always want to create a playlist, and when you upload a video, you always want to add it to a playlist so that it just keeps riding on that track shift that's happening. So guys, these are some of the few things. Those were just some of the few things that I have done that I know have been huge game changers in getting YouTube to take my videos, push them, and that's how I have gotten so many views on some of those videos, which have led to subscriptions, which have led to growth. What have you guys been doing for your channels that you have noticed works? Please make sure to tell me down below, and make sure to try these things that I've told you out, and also tell me how that goes. So once again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. Guys, please stay safe, and until next week, bye.